This video is sponsored by Paperlike. Hey, what's up guys, Lucas here. Today we are going to have a look at Procreate 5.2 and I have to tell you, it is an amazing update. It is not only filled with a bunch of new little things that make the life of 2D artists easier, but also it has the big, nice, beautiful thing that everyone is talking about, that is 3D painting. We're gonna have a look at it and we are going to have a look at all of those other nice features of Procreate, including, at the end, my favorite, the one that I am most thankful that they included finally. So I imported a couple of 3D objects in here, very simple little things, and to be able to import them it's very easy. You just click import, go to the 3D object that you already put in your files or whatever you want in your iPad and import it inside Procreate. Once you click accept, you're going to have it appear in your gallery just as another object, as another canvas with a nice little preview of a small turntable of it. If we go inside the canvas, you're going to be able to do the nice things that you are already doing in Procreate, like move the objects around, zoom in and zoom out, but also we can rotate around the object. And believe me, I think that this will become a very nice thing to do, not only because of the 3D painting that we are going to see in a moment, but also because you can now import 3D objects in here and be able to use them as reference. Imagine that you just import it in here, roll it around, take a screenshot of it in a position that you like, and then boom, you're ready to use it as a reference for your drawings. So 3D painting is very nice. Once you import your 3D object, you're going to see that it is divided in different parts based on the materials that the object has applied. So if you have some little knowledge of 3D, you know that you can apply different materials in a software like Blender that is completely free, or Maya or 3D Max or whatever. And once you import it, it's going to recognize that each one of these materials is a different object that you can use as a clipping mask to be able to paint on them, and it's extremely easy. So let me give it a try. Grab this thing, you're going to see a base layer and you can choose whatever color you want and simply drag and drop into it, and you're going to immediately see that it fills the shape as if you were throwing it inside of a clipping mask. And just like that, you have your object painted. But the nicest thing, and the thing that has me the most excited about this 3D painting, is that you can use your favorite Procreate brushes inside to be able to paint on it. So for example, let's go to my LP painting brushes, and I love this rough pastel brush, and you are able to do it extremely easily inside Procreate. But it doesn't end right there. You can also come in here and paint different materials inside of Procreate. To be able to reveal the properties of the object, you just have to click on this little cube that we have in there. We have the base color of the object, we have the roughness and the metallic. So the roughness is how specular it is. So if you paint with black, is going to make the object more reflective. But you can also make it metallic. So if you come in here and you paint with white, it will start making the object look more metallic. Painting the objects is not the only thing that you can do. You can also illuminate them. If you go to your settings and you go to edit light and environment, you can create new lights and move the lights around the object, but also change the color of those lights. So that is fantastic if you want to create different effects, or you want to make a 3D object that feels a little bit more integrated with your scene, for example. You can also change the environment. If you go right here, you can change these environments, which will change, if you can see in here in the reflection, it changes what the environment around the object is, kind of like a photo wrapping around the scene for you to be able to see it in reflections and also have a different color palette around your object. And because I saw some people asking around, no, you cannot model in here or sculpt, but I can see how with other apps like Nomad Sculpt, you will be able to soon make a pretty nice 3D workflow inside of the iPad. Now that is enough talking about 3D, because let's be honest, most of the people that are using Procreate until now are 2D artists. But before we go to the 2D segment of this video, let's take a moment to talk about Paperlike, the sponsor of this video. Of course, by now you already know Paperlike. Paperlike is a screen protector that makes your screen feel like real paper. This has a lot of benefits, but definitely my favorite ones are that first, it allows me to drag the Apple Pencil a little bit harder on top of the iPad, and this gives me better control of my lines. Second, because I'm always recording around my my iPad, and sometimes you can see the glare and reflections of light around it, you are not going to see those reflections as much with a screen protector like Paperlike. Check out the link down there in the description for you to get your own Paperlike for any size of your iPad and start enjoying life. Okay, so let's talk now about the 2D features of this new Procreate 5.2. The first one that I'm gonna talk about, and you guys might really appreciate this one, is the stabilization. Now it's overpowered. If you go in here to your brushes and you tap on it, you're going to see this new section called stabilization. Now we had before streamline that I have always liked to use, and a little amount on each of my brushes, but now we have stabilization, which, let me tell you, it makes a gigantic effect on your brushes. Now you can get the smoothest line that you want, basically. Now you can have this per brush where I just showed you, or you can have it globally affecting all your brushes. And to do so, you can go into settings, preferences, and then you go to pressure and smoothing, and you have here 3 sliders that the 3 of them combined are going to make your line the smoothest thing that you have ever seen. Now this can go just overboard. If you max any of these sliders, you're going to have a line that basically just, it's a straight line. As much smoothing as you like. You guys want the smoothing? Procreate provides. The next one on our list of features is the size bookmarks, or the slider bookmarks for the brushes. This is something that the comic artists or people that are used to precise line art are going to give thanks for. And that is, when you move your slider around, you're going to see a little plus icon on the corner of your preview. If you press, for example, right here, the plus icon, what it's gonna do is it's gonna leave a little bookmark of your size in there. Let's say that I make another one right here, and then you can say that this bookmark right here is the one that you use for the lines of your characters, and this one right here is the one that you use, for example, for the lines in the background. So now you don't have to remember the exact pixel size or percentage of the brush that you were using. I can see many uses for this thing, and I think that a lot of people are going to be thankful for it. Another very small one that we have right here is that now we can back again apply effects with one single click. That means, for example, if I want to apply a curves effect here, now I don't have to tap again to be able to go to layer mode or pencil mode, but it's immediately applied to the whole layer. And once we make our adjustment, we can change it in here if we want it to the whole layer or to the pencil. This is a very small thing, but it's a very welcome little thing because it's gonna save on clicks, and that means save on time, more time for painting. Another one that is going to be very appreciated by comic painters or character designers is that now we can go in here to the palettes and choose cards. And this will include a nice big preview of each color with its name right there. So I can see this being extremely useful for people that need to draw the same character again and again, because now they can save the color of the hair, for example, skin, clothes, and of different characters right in here without forgetting which color they were using. So fantastic little addition in there for the people that use already palettes. Another convenient one is that now we can go in here to Page Assist, and it's gonna create a little preview in here where layers are represented as pages. So very similar to Animation Assist, but you can come in here, make something, go to the next one and make another something. And you're going to be able to change in here very easily. The use that I see for this, the best use that I see, is that now you can export these ones as presentations or PDFs. So it's going to be extremely useful for people that want to, for example, make a portfolio right here in Procreate and just export it, and boom, they're ready to present. And of course, there were improvements in the performance of the iPad. So now if you have a newer iPad with more RAM, that means that Procreate can take advantage of that RAM and make more layers. This is going to be extremely useful for people that make big animations right here in Procreate, or people that need gigantic files to be able to print them afterwards. And finally, for my favorite new addition in Procreate 5.2. I know it's something very stupid and very small, but it's going to make my life so much easier when I'm painting right here. And that is, we have a recent folder for our brushes, and this recent folder is dynamic. That means that if I come in here and I use, for example, my LP6B and draw something, and then I go to painting and I use my favorite one, the LP Dynamic Pastel, paint another something, that means that in my recent palette I have all my recent brushes, and I know it's something extremely small, but it's going to make my life, and I imagine the life of many other artists, so much easier. So that is it, guys. That is Procreate 5.2. Thank you very much for watching this video till the end. Leave me a like if it was useful, and of course subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you on the next video.